Good morning, traders. John from Crypto Candlestick Trading. Just doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Having a look here, we've held support pretty well. The only thing is that I'm seeing here is this is what we call a Harami, or the Japanese call it a Harami, which is basically in Japanese it means pregnant woman. So the body of this red candle is contained all within the body of the green candle, and this usually represents it says that the buying has stopped, or whichever direction it's going in, it means that the buying has stopped for now. It doesn't actually mean that the market will reverse and turn and go the other way. It just means that at the moment we're having a bit of a pause, and the market stopped for now. If you see this at the top of a trend or the bottom of a trend, these do actually turn out to be very good reversals. Like, for example, if it comes down to here, we've got a Harami, and even if it only turns it up for a little bit, usually we see that these, after a downtrend or something like that, it can kind of turn it, go the other way. Yeah, not really too much to say about Bitcoin. Decline in volume on the rise, and also the Harami saying that the buying has stopped. Above the 50, above the 9, it's still looking pretty good. I can't see any problems with it. This isn't the entry that we're looking for a massive big, this isn't the Marabuzu that we're looking for huge amounts of volume in this breakout. We could actually go sideways for a little bit and then get that. What I'm actually looking at at this entry for is the decline down here, the buying back, stochastics oversold, first close above the 9, 9 making higher highs, higher lows, second close above the 9. We actually had an engulfing down here, pretty scrappy engulfing though, but we had an engulfing that kept us above the 9 and also bounced on the 50 and then closed above the 9. So there's an engulfing pattern that just happened there, and then a nice big strong candle there. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Can't really complain. It's holding support quite well. So just going through a few of these cryptocurrencies quickly. Yeah, so I sold there, and I actually reversed my position here. I'm in long now, so I actually got a bit of a discount on that entry. So it's looking all right. This entry tends to perform pretty well. It hasn't done anything wrong yet, so so far it's still looking pretty good. Same here. So I'll just get rid of that stuff. And here, kind of the same again, but the thing is, we are living above the 9. If we have a look, at where trends start and finish, as soon as we close above and start trading above the 9, especially for the second time, usually we can see stochastics coming out of oversold. Usually we see some pretty good returns from that. This one here, so I got into these 3 yesterday. Yeah, it's up. Yep, looking good. Increase in volume, stochastics not quite in oversold. They were back here, which is good. So, and I was having a look at this one here. The reason why I did like this one is because, could you imagine if you were to be a long-term investor, and hold these things for the long term? I was a little bit excited there with how far I was going to go with that. Let's just have a look. I'm just looking up here. So I'm looking at the high. And so let's just have a look. If you were to be, if you were, smart enough to be buying, these down here at 25 bucks, and then have a look at there. So the high was 237 bucks. So, realistically, we would have been looking at selling in around about here somewhere. And, so that would have been about 175 bucks. I doubt we would have got the actual peak. Then again, let's just have a look at that candle. We might have got the reversal there. Oh, that's a perfect looking shooting star, and we've got 20% candles. Yeah, I would have been out somewhere around here, I'd say. That's, well, especially, I probably would have unloaded a bit here, but I definitely would have been out seeing shooting stars like that after this massive run like that, and also, so now this has gone up 10 times from here to here. Let's just pretend that you're a long-term investor, and it's gone all the way from there. And so you've actually seen it go all the way up to here, and now it's come all the way back down to here, down to these lows of 40 bucks. You'd never think that it was going to go from, 240 bucks down to 40 bucks. And then it maxed out again at $122 and then hit a low of 16 bucks. So this is a mover, and this is at the lows showing good signs that, it could possibly be turning around. It hasn't actually, fully, completely done that yet. But if we go back and have a look at this same scenario back in history, we'll see that this scenario is at the bottom of a trend, and this scenario does turn the trend in a lot of cases. Here we've got big spikes in volume on the rises here, which is very positive stuff. Massive volume in the sell-off, So the reason why I bought this is I'm kind of thinking that if this is a mover and shake up, making 100% on this sort of trade here, especially if I can get a few entries here, breaks above the 50, I can get another entry, pull back another break above the new high, get another entry, pull back to the 50, all that sort of stuff, the entries that we're talking about. So, if I was to get, 4, 5, maybe 6 entries on the way up as it's climbing, we do know that this can go, what's that, $120 down to say $20. So what's that, 6 times? That's huge. The huge amounts of money that you could make here, especially if we're going to come out of here, even if we did 100% or 300% or something like that. There's still going to be some very good rewards in there. So yes, that's why I bought into that one. This one here, yeah, I like it. I do like it. Let's just why I did that. Oh, that's the volume there. So here we've got a decline in volume, and then boom, big volume coming back into the market there. Even though it's below average volume, it did smash the downtrending volume. A lot of players wanted to come back into this market at this time. So down here, closing above, and now we're closing above the moving averages, and we've got a beautiful candle that's done it too. Stochastics coming out of oversold, so we'll wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable back in there. So for now, this one here, yeah, I've got a longer position in this one anyway. So, but I did like the gap up on that one there. I thought that was pretty good. Back to Bitcoin again. Yeah, we've already discussed Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, the only thing that I'm a little bit funny about Bitcoin is, and every time I look at it, is there's a decline in volume. I just don't like that bit there, the decline in volume. But one thing that did kind of make me feel a little bit more comforted about it is that we have declining volume on this, so if we had a massive sell-off, and there was going to be conviction in the selling, we would have seen rising volume on the selling side. But instead, we've got declining volume on the selling side, which basically means that there's less and less people that wanted to get rid of Bitcoin down at these lows here. And then all of a sudden the buyers came back in and it confirmed it the very next day. So, we don't know what's going to happen. But this kind of scenario does usually turn out pretty well. So we'll, wait and see. This one here, yeah, nice. It's pretty good. This one here, yep, avalanche. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah, nice. Gone up, but really, it's quite difficult trading. Look at this; it's come down massively. Beautiful, full body closing candle above the 9 there. It's gone up, pulled back, and now look at this again. Like that's massive. But these kind of huge candles right at the start. I think they're good, but like are they overshooting the mark a little bit? I don't know. Then again, if we have a look back here at the start of this here, we did kind of see similar kind of candles. So it did go for a bit of a run after that. I remember I was buying this at $5. I think it was $5.80 or something like that when I first started buying this one here. But have a look at this here. It's broken above the 50, pulled back, and then we've got an engulfing candle. For me, I would have been looking for a first entry above the 50, and I would have been looking for a second entry at the closing of the engulfing pattern here. Not many entries. Look at this. We're getting 20% candles almost straight away, and then we pull back and engulfing. Yeah, this would have been quite scary up here. But in any case, have a look at this. It's come down, and now we've gone up, and now we're making, a low, a high, higher low, and we've made a higher high according to the bodies here, and even the candles now. So increasing volume, stochastics come out of oversold. There's a lot of good things happening there. So we'll just have to wait and see. This is how bull markets start, except with the Harami that's on Bitcoin at the moment. Yeah, don't like this one very much. It's kind of okay, but it's more looking like sideways than anything else. I don't like the way the nine's sitting. This one here, it's kind of just okay. Yep, just looks a bit scrappy to me. This here, nine's moving down, no go for me. They're the same again, nine's moving down. Why? So we've still got some that are hesitating, but here we can see that beautiful looking candle. It's come down, beautiful looking candle, but it's lower highs and lower lows. That's not the definition of an uptrend. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so, that's right. This one here was the one that I was looking at yesterday, but I thought to myself, like usually when they give 20% or 22% candles in one day, it, it doesn't go, really well for the run usually, because what will actually happen is it will be very scrappy sort of trading right from the start. And, you can kind of get stopped out of it a lot faster. I usually find, not unless your stop's going to be, well away. What's that? It's gone from $1.03 all the way up to dollar, 32 or something like that. So it's gone up a good 30% a day. This one here, yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'd like to see a good burst and a good break above the 50 there. So as we can see here on the uptrend, the 50 broke through and then it collapsed and fell down. Now it's come up and tried. Now we're coming up for the second attempt. If this breaks through on the second attempt, this is showing some very good strength if it does that. I am very interested in Matic as well. So this here, yeah, it's still below the 50. I want to see it close above the 50 on this one. It's just a little bit too close. Traders could find resistance at the 50, and this could continue its downtrend. Who knows? Yeah, this one here, I like it. Look at it, bang. Massive volume on this reversal too. So as I said yesterday, I don't think it was on VTrainer, but this massive volume, it sells off, and then could you imagine the intense buying that would have had to happen for this to turn around? And then all of a sudden it did the same again the next day. Sorry, 2 days later. It's massive sell off, and then all of a sudden it just turned around and buyers started coming back in, even though it turned out to be a red day. So let's just pretend there's 100 sellers in here. 100 people have sold. Now, before the end of the day, 90% of those sellers have bought back in, or the money's been replaced from 90% of the money that went out. So that's basically saying that the buyers have come back in with great force, and we can see the volume there. And then it's gone here, and then look at that beautiful candle there, massive. It's just completely full. It's a 100% candle. I love it. And then here, an engulfing, closing above. This just doesn't get much better than this. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Let's just have a look and see if there's anything else that we can kind of see. Here, you can kind of see it's trending down. Here, we didn't actually get. You got a nice close above there, and then it's pulled back above the 50, and then given a nice close above there. Here, it's given a nice close above here. See, so even if you just have a look at the 9 EMA, if we have a look down here, when it's attempted, we didn't get a higher high with a 9. Here, it's gone up, and also on top of that, so the first part we're looking for is a second solid closing candle above, and it looking like the 9 is going to be making higher highs and higher lows. It actually hasn't made a higher high and higher low yet until it breaks this high here. Then it's made a higher high and higher low. But at the moment, this is showing very good signs that it's going to do that. And if it does do that, then we needed to break the 50. Then we're going to be looking for more entries above the 50. So, okay, yeah, so it's looking pretty good too. Let's have a quick look at a couple more. Oh, it's gone 12 minutes. I was only going to do a short one on this one. Yeah, same again. Beautiful, beautiful. Done it nicely. Yeah, anyway, traders, I think that I'll leave it at that. We kind of know what's going on. And, yep, so here we are back on Bitcoin again. Yeah, just the Harami there. But here, have a look at this. So even here, we've kind of gone up, and then there was a Harami, and then there was a negative day, and have a look at that. I don't like this when if it delays after a breakout. That's not the way a strong breakout behaves. Coming down here, it's broken out, then we've got a Harami, and then we've got some green candles that have turned up straight away, and we look like a rocket booster looking thing from there. If you were to be buying here and then at the end of the rocket booster, no problem at all. And then these highs here, if you wanted to, there's plenty of entries in there. So, but anyway, just looking at that Harami there, and then looking at the Harami here. So, it's possible that we could still do some things. Now, have a look at what turned the market from the top here. Bang, Harami, and then started the decline from there. And often you'll go and have a look and see that down the bottom it was a Harami that actually turned the market. In a lot of cases you'll see that. Here in engulfing, I like engulfing a lot stronger than the Harami. Here we've got a Harami, attempted to turn it, Harami attempted to turn it, and then we've got the engulfing that actually did turn it. So, here, nice, but I don't like this wide and loose trading. This here is good. I love the reversals, but this wide and loose trading that happened after it, you want to stay away. You want to wait till these wicks are gone, and then you see something like this, bang, in the money, in the market. Okay, traders, that's it for me. I don't think there's anything else for me to talk about. Yep, that's about it. Okay, I hope you have a good day. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you again soon. See you.